Hi there, boys and girls. Brucey here. How are you all doing out there? I want to talk about something today which came up with some students recently. It's to do with learning. Now, I've recently done another video on YouTube learning and a couple of tips to get the most out of YouTube learning. As a result of that and talking to my students, I realized one of the problems we also have at the moment is we live in a time where we have instant gratification. You know, we have Amazon Prime. If I wanted something delivered, I can go on Prime and get it delivered now. Now, everything is happening now. Learning and education is something which needs to be assimilated. It's something which needs to take time. You need to take time to bed in with. There are certain things that you can learn to do quite quickly. There is no denying that. But when it comes to a deep understanding, and when it comes to confidence, and when it comes to getting a full grasp and your hands really engaged in the subject, a full deep understanding, these things take time. There is no way of getting around the time you need to invest when you are trying to learn. You cannot have instant gratification with learning, unfortunately. It's a very sad thing. I wish you could. I wish you could look at a YouTube video, read a book, and then become a master of something. You really can't. You need to get your time at the coalface, chipping away. This is where experience, this is where knowledge, and this is where understanding occur. And part of that reason is when you are learning, learning is all about asking questions, finding out things you can't do, and asking questions which help you get to the next step. Of course, there are the fundamentals, and let's, for example, take guitar playing. Some of the fundamentals are actually muscle memory, getting your fingers working, and that's what puts a lot of my students off, is, you know, the fact that it takes a couple of weeks for these little things to start operating in a different way. And I am sure there are a number of other activities out there which is the same thing. There is a muscle memory associated with it. But with generic learning about concepts, about theories, about ideas, these things take time to be absorbed. You need to read something or watch something and then think about it. And when you think about it, ideally you should be asking questions. Questions about things you didn't understand. It's fine not to understand concepts. Questions about maybe flaws in an argument, maybe flaws in a mixing style, maybe flaws in a way a keyboard tutorial has gone. I'm not being flippant there. You know, you could watch a tutorial on me showing you how to do something on an effects processor. I've got quite a few of those videos out there. Now, I can show you how to do it, and maybe something might be quite simple. If it's like, how do we do XYZ? Here's the switch, you turn the switch, XYZ happens. Hopefully you watch that video once and you remember it. Although I'm going to guess some of you forget it and end up having to come back and relearn it because you haven't maybe fully understanding what the unit is doing. And again, there are many things in life that we only need to do once. So finding a tutorial and video, you flick a switch, you leave that switch on forever, you can forget about it until someone asks you, how did you do that? And then you can't remember. That emphasizes my issue of that's, you know, we forget things. If we don't apply things, we tend to forget them. And if we just watch a video and do something, we tend to forget it. And there will be times in life when that is appropriate and you can happily forget about something. But if you are trying to acquire a new skill, if you're trying to be a film composer, if you're trying to be a guitar player, if you're trying to gig, if you're trying to be a musician, it takes time. It takes time to learn from mistakes, to ask questions, to develop. These things cannot be gained through instant gratification. You know, this is a really difficult concept for me to talk about because I appreciate, you know, many of you watching there are probably going to thumbs down this video because you think, I can learn, I want to learn now. And if you are young and you absorb knowledge really quickly, that is quite possible. But I will safely say, hand on heart, you know, if you want to be a master of whatever it is you are doing, then you have to put instant gratification aside. Roll up your sleeves and get involved. And it doesn't necessarily mean spending hours reading books or watching tutorials. It means just doing the thing until you have more questions. And when you have more questions, you are acquiring knowledge because you're questioning something about the thing that you're doing, which means you have an understanding because you need to find the next way through. Anyway, I hope you found that video useful. I've been Brucey. I will catch you later. Take care, my friends.